Good afternoon. In today's video, I will talk about how often do you exercise or the adverbs of frequency. Let's start. And we're going to say that the adverbs of frequency that we're going to study are always. This means 100%. Then we have usually. Usually is like 90%. And we continue with often. Often is like 70%. Then we have sometimes. Sometimes is like from 40 to 50%. And let's continue. We have another one. This is hardly ever. And hardly ever is like from 5 to 10%. And at the end, we have never. Never is 0%. Don't forget that always and never, the percentage is fixed. But the other one, usually, often, sometimes, and hardly ever, is approximately. But always and never is always the same, because always is 100% and never is 0%. Let's continue. Okay, here we have a sentence with an adverb of frequency, and the adverb of frequency is always. Okay, we have that the adverb of frequency is always, and we have a verb that is take. Okay, we're going to say that we write the adverb of frequency before the verb. As you can see, always is before take. And in grammar, we start with a capital letter and we're going to finish with a period. Okay, but as all rules, we have an exception. Sometimes can begin a sentence. Okay, as you can see, we have sometimes as the adverb of frequency and is before exercise. Exercise is the verb. So we have the same rule. Okay, the adverb is before the verb, but in the next sentence you can see that sometimes is before the subject. We have sometimes as the adverb frequency and exercise is the verb. But after sometimes we have a comma. Sometimes I exercise in the afternoon. Or I can say I sometimes exercise in the afternoon. Okay, let's go back to a previous sentence. Okay, let's go here and let's say that when we say always, it's mean that because the sentence says I always take a shower in the morning. That's mean that I take a shower on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, on Friday, on Saturday, and on Sundays. So I take a shower every day. It means every day. Always means every day. And we say never, that means that I don't take a shower. I don't take a shower if I say never. Okay, let's continue. I already explained this. Let's go to another thing. Okay, now I have some questions. How often do you play soccer? I hardly ever play soccer. How about you? How often do you watch TV? I always watch TV. How about you? How often do you play video games? In my case, I never play video games. How about you? How often do you ride a bike? I hardly ever ride a bike. How about you? How often do you go to the park? I hardly ever go to the park. How about you? How often do you go to the movies? I sometimes go to the movies. How about you? How often do you do your homework? I hardly ever do my homework. How about you? Thank you very much for your attention. Bye bye.